Welcome to Full Circle, your source of health, business, and entertainment. First, I have art by Vichelle, Miss Vichelle, Jeanette on the show, and I want to welcome you, beautiful ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right. I have two beautiful queens on the show today, and I'm going to start with my girl, Vichelle. How are you, girl?
I'm good, girl. Thank you. How are you?
I don't know. I was just kind of like all over the place because I was thinking I got some divas on the show today. But I want to ask what you think about the title, the comeback, second chance for the queens. What you think about that royal comeback?
I'm a second chance type of person. Where a lot of people say you only get one chance to do certain things. Or with me, I allow a person a second chance if I think they're worthy of it. You know, some stuff is not worthy. Like you don't get a chance to come back from that. But in this case, I feel like where it applies to me is a second chance on life. Mm-hmm. So where a lot of things that I'm doing now, I've done basically all my life, you know, wasn't as consistent as I could have been in a lifestyle life and had children, you know, dedicated and did a lot of sacrificing for them. And then I came back to everything that I wanted to do again. So that's my second chance.
So that's your second chance. And what you think about that?
I think that everyone should be given a second chance. Just about depending on the effort that they're putting into it to want to have that second chance in life, whether it be just anything, working, going back to school, whatever the case may be. I believe that if you put forth the effort, then you would have someone back to pour into you to assist in seeing you progress. But if you're not willing to put in the work, you're not going to get anything back. Mm-hmm.
So that royal comeback, that second chance is just like, man, a second chance in life. I don't know. I'm saying second chance. I feel like I had a second, a third. I mean,
right?
But that's only God. You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean,
you get multiple chances. Yeah. But that second chance it's a big deal. It means a lot to me because I have had the opportunity to have a second chance, and like I said, third, fourth. So, Vichelle, let's talk a little bit about your art. I'm loving that you've been doing this. You've been an artist for how long?
Forever. I feel like I've always been into art, you know. But like I said, a lot of things in my life, I haven't been as consistent as I could have. Mm-hmm. But because I feel like music is my first love, so that's something that most people know me more than art, you know. But I started drawing like as a kid, like 5, 6 years old. Excuse me, I had an uncle, my mom's brother, that was a very good portrait artist. And he saw me coloring in a regular little children's coloring book. Mm-hmm. Like how kids do at 5 years old, sloppily, you know. And so he told me to stay in the lines. He taught me that part. Then he taught me this technique that's like shading, where you start on the outer side where it's darker and then you go in, you know, and you kind of like release the pressure of the crayon or the pencil where it looks lighter and it looks more like a dimension. So I was like the coldest in kindergarten with the Mickey Mouse. And so as I got like older, like grammar school ages, second, third, fourth grade, where art is more enforced on us, I was doing the art for the other kids, you know, helping them out and stuff. So I also decided, recognize the hustle in it, because I was charging like a quarter, you know.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I learned that at an early age.
So
you paid for this art thing,
you got that started early.
Yeah. And then one time we had this thing called paper dowels, and I used to make our paper dowels. Like I would make the clothes for them, and then that's how I gradually started getting into sewing. So
yeah, so you
I
have
drifted away from art for a while and started doing like fashion design.
Yeah, because I just recently learned you
right?
sew. I'm like, you sew too?
I used to sew for a living.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I need some stuff made too, so you might have to go back to doing
I got
that.
a machine now. I haven't used it in a while, but I got another one.
Yeah, so anyway, you also have, I've been, of course, I follow you. I mean, you're my girl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have so many different talents, but I just kind of want to focus a little bit on some of your art that you sent to us on TV to the station. And I want to talk a little bit about your thoughts of how you come up with some of these ideas, and what do you be thinking about when you do certain stuff.
So now, like I said, my art basically consists of three things now, because I've kind of like combined all my life skills and everything that I've done all my life into my art now. So that is my music, fashion, and nature. So I love nature, but not like hiking and stuff. I don't want to be all in the woods, but I do the water, you know. I like plants and flowers and stuff, so you'll see a lot of that in my art. You see a lot of music related stuff, like maybe like jazz scenes, concert type of environments, clubs, a lot of instruments, and then the fashion design. So a lot of the designs of my art, like a lot of the clothing, is my own original design. So that's how I incorporate everything that I love within my art.
Okay.
And all of my inspiration comes from basically people around me, people that I'm inspired by that do art, you know.
And so how do you just, I mean, do you just draw every day, or is just you have certain days of the month that you...
You know what, it seems like it comes in spells. I really hate that, because to me, like, I don't really believe that practice makes perfect. Practice just makes better, you know. I don't really believe that you can just be perfect with stuff, but, you know, close. And I just think that a lot of times practice just makes me better and better, but when I don't, I see the difference as well. So right now it seems like it comes in spells for me, because now I'm doing more digital art with the Procreate and the Apple Pencil and stuff, because I'm doing like illustrations. So a lot of my art is not hyper realistic, it's more like visual storytelling. So I do like drawing is my first love when it comes to art. That's the best technique for me. So I like to draw and shade, and then use like regular pencils to number 2 pencils and different types of pencils, like black, coal, and charcoal pencils. Then I take the eraser for the highlights and make a dimensional effect. Like I think the Stevie Wonder one is part of my sketchbook series. Otherwise, my inspiration just comes from wherever.
From wherever.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. But it seemed like that digital, and I know you'll have to come back on the show to get into that, because it seemed like that's more work to me.
It's a lot more work. and because I'm kind of like self-taught with that, where I went to school for commercial art. When I went to CBS, so I majored in commercial art. So we were taught like various different types of art. And that's how I got into fashion design, because that was one of the subjects that we did. And I enjoyed that more, because I wanted to dress, I wanted to make my own clothes. By me being tall and everything, it was kind of hard to fit, you know. So that's how I started sewing basically for myself. Yeah,
I just love when you could just actually just buy the piece, the art. Because what is that you call that you usually have your art on? I know. I'm talking
on the canvas.
Yeah, on the canvases.
Oh, okay. Wait, I feel like we in a charade. Good answer. Okay. Yeah, on the canvas. Right, but let's feel like just a blank canvas. A lot of times, like my creativity, like I said, it comes in spurts. Because I used to, like when I drew a lot, I could draw from my imagination. Now more so, it seems like, because I can draw whatever I see, I have to have a visual aid a lot of times. Or if it's something that's been on my mind a lot, like...
But can you show some of those pictures, some of her art? And if somebody is
see that
interested...
that doesn't show as good as the original, but I think that's a picture of a print. This is called Lakefront Ball. So like I said, I like for my art to tell a story. So this is like a very prestigious, fancy event that everybody had to wear red, you know. Where it was a red affair. Like you have a black tie affair and everybody dresses up, something like that, formal, on the lakefront. And these ladies just went outside to get some air. Okay. And that was the caption for that.
Yeah, see, I like that one. And the one that you gave me. That's
with
the
the
one
wine.
with the wine glass.
That's
with
Divine Connection. I didn't do that one. I didn't send you that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I want to see if he gonna pull it up for me.
Okay.
I love that one. I think I seen it online and I started
Okay, there it
Oh
is.
visiting.
yeah, that's beautiful.
Divine Connection. That just shows the connection between the grapes and the wine. And I put that, the lady with the dress, her dress is symbolizing the wine in the glass, and the man, because it's like we all pour into, each other. Like he has to pour into her.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the purpose of that.
Okay,
piece.
okay. And if somebody's interested in the art,
Right now, the website is being revamped, but you can find me on all social media platforms, Art by Vichelle.
and it is coming up on the screen. So if you're watching, write it down. Check out Vichelle because she's hot.
you.
Hot and up and coming.
Hey, second chance, baby.
I know, right? Second
Come
chance.
back, don't
But we
comment.
I gotta come back
on.
to this book. 'Cause she don't only do the art. You just heard. She do the sewing. She has the writing and the book. We're gonna talk about that book. But anyway, welcome back to Full Circle, and once again, I'm here at the M Lounge, and I have the one and only Latavia, and we are going to talk about her new collection, the Queen's Collection. Let's talk a little bit real quick, because I know you're busy. How are you first, beautiful?
I am phenomenal. How are you?
I am phenomenal too. Just sitting here by you and getting a chance to learn a little bit about your new collection. So let's talk a little bit about what you have.
The Queen Collection, it's really, really, really simple, but it's not. It's really about us being queens. It's about women loving on one another. It's to show that women, it signifies that women, we are beautiful from inside and out, no matter what. I don't give a damn about nothing or what anybody might feel about you. The Queen Collection is about us being queens. And you know what? You do not have to be, we're crowned to be a queen. That's what we are all that. The only thing that makeup does is just make me talk to you that we are that. It's not about that. We are so beautiful, all of us. And that's just what I want to do is support women, support single mothers. It's not just about women. I even have lip balm and things for men that is about to come out. So I'm about to start working on the skincare line as well. So there are so many things for the Queen's Collection. The sky is definitely.
So you have the lip gloss. I've seen a few of the ladies.
Lip glosses, I have plumpers, mascara, I have lashes, bronzers, blush, stains,
So what you
lipsticks.
like best? Which one
You know what? It's so crazy because there's so many colors. I actually just did a new color. It's this peachy color. But my favorite, believe it or not, is the clear because even though I have a makeup line, I love to be bare-faced. I take very good care of my skin, and so that the vitamins and everything is in that clear, and then with the mirror and the light and everything that's on, that is just my go-to every day. It's my favorite.
I love it. I love it. So tell us where they can actually go and find it or buy it.
I am Latavia on Instagram. I do anywhere you can go. It's I am Latavia, and it's the Queen's Collection, Queens, and the collection with a K.
All right. All right. Well, I know you have some other interviews to do. I appreciate you stopping in.
Thank you so much.
You all got to check out the Queen's Collection. I'm loving the lip gloss. And we have to check out that peach, that new peach. All right. We'll be right back. Again, we are talking about second chances. And Janette was one that had a second chance. And I appreciate you coming on the show and talking and feeling free to talk with us about your second chance. So now you can have the floor.
No doubt. It's a wonderful feeling to have a second chance in life, like I stated earlier. But in order to do that, because having a second chance and being an ex-felon is hard, because the system is planned to fail. They want to see us go back into recidivism. These are the things that are being taught behind the walls, and how unsuccessful because you have been behind the walls that you can't have a second chance. So when you run into companies that hire second chance, I want to say participants, then you have to take that and run with it, because not everybody is willing to open their doors and trust the process. So for me, getting out in 2014 and just trying to figure my way out, so they thought, but I had already had a plan. So you have to have a plan before you exit. And having that plan is knowing what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Because a lot of times people burn bridges, so you have no one to go to.
So what happened that you had to serve time?
Greed. Let me say that. Greed, selling drugs for over 20 years. You know, never saw the inside of a prison. You know, but getting into the white collar, messing with the money, being entitled, because I felt that the drug game, it had gotten boring. So I began to up it up a notch, step it up a notch, and messing with money that I didn't have any business messing with, and consequences came behind that. You know, and I had to go and serve time, 57 months.
And how did you feel during that time? What was it like? What was the feeling like? Man, I done messed up.
Well,
I got to start over.
The feeling was I felt numb. I felt that the world had stopped. I had to leave my children, you know, left a 26-year relationship that ended during that time that I was in there. So during that time, I was able to set everything up before I went and self-surrender and do my time. So during that time I had time to reprogram me. Meaning, okay, this is not the life. You can't go back out to this lifestyle. You have to do something different. And being on the inside, they'll tell you, oh, you can't get a job. You can't do this. This is all you're going to make.
Being discouraging.
Yeah. So as I said, the system is planned to fail. They don't want to see you come out and be successful. So while you're behind that fence, you have to plan ahead. You have to figure out from A to Z. What if A doesn't fail, then what do you do? So during that time that I was, I want to say, rebuilding my life, I had to rebuild it from the inside out. And when I say that, I had to let all of the anger, the bitterness, and everything that was going on in my life that got me there, I had to realize that you can't go high right now. You have to start out low, because when everything is taken away from you, you have nothing to go back home to. So now it's like, okay, what am I going to do?
So you never felt like giving up or nothing?
No.
Did you ever go through anything?
I felt like it was me against the world. Because when you have co-defendants and they tell on you, while you sit back and be quiet and just go ahead and lay down and do that time, it feels like who was really there for you, who are your friends. So that's where that trust issue.
How long did you have to stay?
They gave me 57 months. I was sentenced 57 months. So during that time, it makes you feel like who's for you, who really did tell, who had your back. So when you're locked in, you have to close your mind out of the world and focus on rebuilding you. And so that's what I had to do. I wasn't concerned about what was going on the outside, as long as my children were okay. That's all I was concerned. I was rebuilding.
So how different was it when you came home?
Man, when I came home, my family greeted me, but I had to go to the halfway house for 45 days. And Salvation Army. People didn't know that I had to go to the Salvation Army and I was living there with homeless people. You never know how low you can go. You understand what I'm saying? Never in my life would I have ever thought that I had to, first of all, go to prison, go live in a shelter. So these are things that pushed me forward. When I started looking around, I said, no, I have to do something about it.
I know it's hard.
It's hard, but
coming from
and
then
but it's a humbling experience.
Yeah.
It has to humble you. If you go behind that fence and it does not humble you, then you need to go back, because for some odd reason, it's supposed to rebuild you. You have to rebuild yourself from the inside and out. So the ways that you went in, you're not supposed to have those ways when you come out. You have to look for help. You know, help's not going to come and find you.
Right.
You have to want it. And I was always that type of person that I was prideful because I was always out here getting money that I didn't need nobody to do nothing for me. But I knew from the inside, what are you going to do? They telling you can only work at Walmart or McDonald's. And not saying that that's a bad thing, but I knew I wanted more.
Right.
Coming from the financial industry, I wanted more. Selling drugs, I wanted more. Shopping every day, shopping every week, doing the things that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted more. So I had to figure out a way. And then when I first came out and I started job hunting, I was still arrogant.
How different was it? How much time had changed? And
Yeah, I had to go back to a job training program because being incarcerated, things change.
Right.
You lose time. So I had to learn what the job market was, what it was giving, what did I need to do to prepare myself. So going through that program, through the CARA program, I went there through the Salvation Army. And that's how I landed up through the CARA program. And they was telling me, hey, they was helping me with the mock interviews, just preparing me for the workforce itself. And then I went through the second chance. They said, hey, we got a program. We know a company. And they said, hey, CTA had a second chance program. And from then there, it has been on the rise. I've worked my behind off to get to where I am.
yeah,
So,
I applaud you because I mean
it hasn't been easy.
That is a comeback. That is a royal comeback for you.
People look at your glory, but don't know your story.
Don't know
you
your
understand?
story,
They
yeah.
just see, oh, she's this, she's that. No, but you don't know what it took. You don't know that I was laying 10 feet from a toilet, that I had to eat in that room. You don't know that I had to listen to somebody telling me to go here, go there, because of the poor decision making. Not, I made a mistake. No, there's a difference between a mistake and a decision. What led me to be incarcerated was decisions that I chose to make because I felt like, hey, I wanted what I wanted when I wanted. You understand what I'm saying? Greed.
And
Not trying to be
Vichelle,
like the Joneses.
Yeah, you work with you in an organization that deals with women that's been incarcerated, right?
Yeah, I'm a part of the Collective Leadership Institute in Columbia, New York.
Okay.
So I work with Free Her.
I
and
just
it's
did Free Her
You
in
did.
Washington, D.C.
You went to
That's what she
D.C. I didn't get to
said.
go. I was in New
there.
York. I went to New York.
I'll be in Detroit in October.
Dang, I'm going.
Yeah, so-
I'm going in our Santa. I was, because I went to Detroit before. I love Detroit when we went, but I go. Did you speak?
No, I did not get a chance
We
to
gonna
speak.
talk. We'll talk.
They're trying to put me on the roster for the
They
next
should.
go round.
Yeah.
But that's just part of it, and giving back. I have not stopped giving back. Trying to get those that are seeking employment in any way that I can. Just being out here on different platforms, encouraging those not to lose hope because you get fatigued, you get discouraged because doors slam in your face.
So how long did it take before
I landed employment.
you landed?
7 months. Because that 7 months, I had to prepare to get back out here. I had to go out on mock interviews. I was banging the mock interviews. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't get the job because the mock interviews in that job readiness program, they helped me. They said, oh, you really need no help. You just had to come back here and get dusted off. But going to different interviews, I was excelling in the interviews, but nobody wanted to hire me because I was an X. It's something about that X. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
will
we
forever
know.
remember. People feel like, oh, that's been so many years ago, but that's something that you don't forget.
Don't forget, it never
You don't forget.
never leaves you.
No.
Once you serve
No.
it never
Yeah.
leaves you, no matter what.
So if I can give back to anybody in any way that I can when I'm asked to, I move forward. Because you never know, what if I fall again? God's knowing that I don't plan to
Right.
do that, but
And-
never say never. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And once you started working with the company, you started moving further. I mean,
Yes.
you just started climbing the ladder.
I wanted more because I saw that there were opportunities available. So the thing is, if you crack a door open for me, I'm kicking it in. That's why I wear wheat Timberlands. I
That's
kicks
why I
doors
love that
in.
strength in you, girl.
I kicks doors in. Nobody can tell me I can't have nothing. delay doesn't mean denied. You
There you
understand?
go.
It just means not right now. And see, those are the things that I had to learn growing up in church. So I had to go back to the Word of God. Much is given to whom much is given, much is required. Faith without works is dead. So I had to start calling back to the scriptures and say, well, hey, where's my God at? You understand what I'm saying? To get me to this point. And then life. And I lost my son, this will be 3 years ago in the process, but it didn't stop me. So I had to find a way to turn my pain into a purpose. This is why I keep moving. I keep giving back because of that, because I know my son supported me from the beginning to his deathbed. So it's just important to me to continue to keep out here pushing and find that time for grief, but still continue to give back because I was them.
Yeah, you are definitely a true queen. I'm telling you. I just love the strength, and that's why I'm like, man, it's power sitting on this stage right now, you all. It's power. Welcome back to Full Circle, and once again we're here at the 2024 Auto Show, and I'm standing here with Rob Whitley Edward. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
All right, you're looking mighty fan for this car. I just got to ride in, and y'all have to excuse me.
Special
So
cars.
I'm relaxed.
Enjoy the seat massage.
Yes, the seat massage was awesome.
Pneumatic and vibration seat massage.
So let's talk a little bit about this car.
Yes.
And this is the
Lucid Air.
Lucid Air.
Yep.
I was in the Lucid
You were in the Air
Grand.
Grand Touring. Yes.
Okay.
So we come in 4 different trim levels. So we start with Air Pure. That starts at 74,000 units right now. So great value for the highest range other than any other Lucid Air available. That has 4 miles of range. You can option up to the Air Touring. Air Touring is an entry dual motor all-wheel drive. This vehicle, 2024. Glass canopy. Yes, it has completely uninterrupted glass canopy over you. When you're in the car, you can see there's no disruption of glass. Small airline. We got one more can right here. This, the windshield and the roof. This is a really special experience. Yeah. Especially for road trips, nighttime driving, seeing the stars. As long as you're not driving inside, you don't have that.
Okay, so now the lights.
Yes. Yeah, the lighting is a key design element for us. It's one of the narrowest light they contribute to the lowest coefficient of drag in the air.
I haven't sent you a proposal in about 2 years. Anytime you want to do that,
That's why we are so efficient. We have the deal any other.
we're going to New York.
So if you go on longer than most people can on the road trip, most people need to stop and take a break.
Okay, so how far is this range?
This Air Touring has 400 levels.
Okay.
So your lowest range is Air Pure. Starts at 4,000 feet away, right over there. That vehicle, our lowest range is 410 miles of range. That's that
Okay, so the one that started at 74,000. That one do have that what you were telling me earlier, that it has
some seats are available, yes. Yep, back there. Sure, exactly.
I'm
We did
sorry,
save
I'm
them.
relaxed.
They're special. We started originally with those only available in Grand Touring at a higher price point, and we try to respond to what customers ask. And they said, I want to sell available. So, 24 model year, that's the change that we made. We make a lot of changes. You don't even have to go. So, some things like hardware, we do make changes. And massage
No.
Exactly.
I've been I don't want any. I watch the spot close. I was concerned until I'm all the way to 90. Why not?
Yeah. So in the front doesn't it's the largest. You see sedan, you don't expect to be able to put 6 suitcases.
So, but it's in the front.
Sure. The front has about a third capacity. So we can drop the check out that corner.
This one is
the bills.
you feel like you actually on the plane. Seriously. It has a very nice ride.
And I am seeing a lot of them in California, and I
Good. Yeah.
The colors, I love black. But I drove in the actual red.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
again, if you ever need any promotion for getting that, those Guinness World Records.
but the trunk.
Yeah.
And I know Connor's
This is
right.
something that's special with us as well. And many competitors don't have this area up here. And those that do, it's about a third of this size. So you can see just how much space there is for shoving troops. It's huge. You got this front floor. You want it to be more easy to access. You have a purse or your bags here. Or this much deeper well that goes to the very bottom. Yeah. Quite expansive, amazing use of space.
But in any case, you got
And this is power operated as well. So that's a shut it. Go to a button.
nah, Dave's gonna
Hi.
Yes.
But I said, I'm sure there was
But I personally would love that. The more months, but no commercial plan right now. It drives like a this particular model has 620 horsepower.
You too, Wayne.
It'll rival. Even our highest here variant, 0 to 60 is 1.8. It's like a roller coaster. It still has over 400 miles of range. So, this is all sports car, your sedan.
Okay, my next question, I will have a future question. Do you have to special order for them?
Do not. They're available now. We actually have a studio just outside of the area. And yeah, we have vehicles available now. Check us out.
All right, thank you
so much.
so much. So I want to ask Vichelle, let's talk a little bit about your book, because again, like I said earlier, she has her hands in a little bit of everything. I just recently found out she know how to sew, and then I already
That's just not
knew
something
about
I
the
talk about.
art. I know, but
I'm
it's
like-
just like I've been knowing you forever.
I know,
it's
but
just
I'm
like
big
how,
on, it's not what you obtain, it's what you maintain. You know what I'm saying? So if
Yeah.
it's not
That
something that
part.
I'm still doing, I don't really brag about it.
It's
you know how
not-
people do
exactly.
that?
It was
Like,
the
I'm not
paper
a
dolls
used to
for
be.
me.
Okay.
Because I love paper dolls.
I
love
miss them paper dolls.
That's how I became my little
See?
fashionaire, because I was in love with paper dolls. Check it out.
But see, with the sewing, like I said, it came more like a necessity to make my own clothes.
Okay.
Because at one time
Yeah,
I
you
was
did say
I
that
was
earlier.
smaller, and tall, and they didn't have a lot of options for my size. Like now, even being bigger, they got Ashley Stewart, and even Lane Bryant was like
It's
a certain
just
type
still
of
not- yeah,
EO,
yeah.
So that's one of the main reasons why. But both of my grandmothers, my dad's grandmother, which was my great grandmother, she taught me how to use a machine, but my maternal grandmother taught me how to sew with needle and thread. So I was making down clothes out of socks. Like old socks, we just take them and cut them up and make clothes out of them. And then I ventured into like fashion design, like I said, illustrating, drawing.
Yeah.
The book came from an inspiration with,
I mean, can I
spent 10 years.
introduce it
Okay, go ahead.
first?
Go ahead.
Her book, Plant Me Healed, and her picture on the back. I'm trying to get them to show it.
Oh.
Anyway, I thought this book was very, very interesting. When I was off and on the phone with her, back and forth,
Right,
and
'cause it
hearing
was a thought.
But when
Yeah.
visualizing,
Working on this book, sis. Working on this book. What you doing? Working on this book. What book?
So as you can see, it says it's an adult activity book, and I'm concerned. Should I lay that book down in front of while some kids in the area?
So the reason why I did that at first, because that's the second edition, remember?
Okay.
The first one I didn't like it, so I redid it. The first one I had marijuana plants in it. That's why I named it adult.
Okay.
Because I didn't want the kids to get a hold of that and they think I'm promoting that for the kids. So when I did it over, I forgot to put the marijuana plants back in there. So now I got to do another one. But the original reason for that, because my daughter, I lived in Vegas for 10 years. And then I moved to Seattle with my daughter, right outside Seattle. And she has like 57 plants or more in the living room. And I'm just watching her accumulate these plants. It was a little bit irritating because it's like, why, you know? I like a few plants, but not like that many. And you know, I know it's a plant therapy thing as well, and she's very good with growing them. So I wanted to do some art to complement the plants. So I put these like 5 different pictures, a couple of them at show, to complement the plants in the living room. And then one day I was doing the digital app, and I took the color out, and I was like, this looks like a nice coloring book. So that's what made me do the activity book. So I do art therapy out there with my daughter, which consists of a lot of different art techniques, like arts and crafts and everything. So I want to do a workshop where we color like different plants and stuff like that. So that's how that idea came for Plant Me Healed. A lot of people think it's like a vegan recipe book, or when it says adult activity, they thought it was
when you see Plant
adult,
Me Healed,
images like explicit, or it's none of that.
But
I have word
make you
puzzles in
think,
there.
You know, adult activity.
Yeah, and that's like I said, only because I had the, you know, because there's only one picture in there where the lady's like covering her breast. That's the most explicit, you know.
And I
which is
love
still
this
artistic,
picture of you
with
in the
fro.
back, by the way.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I
thank
love
y'all.
it. I just love this picture of you. But
I put word puzzles in there, so I have like to expand your vocabulary, you know, with different words about plant gardening and like trees, different types of trees, different types of flowers, and I have stuff like personal growth.
so what
word puzzles.
besides the plants,
inspire you.
Yeah, what was your inspiration?
That's what I'm saying. So I wanted something that would be like a motivational type of self-help type of thing. So that's why I put the word puzzles, which are good for you, like for your memory. You start getting older, those kind of things help you. Word searching, seek and find word puzzles and stuff. So I put like personal growth in there, mental health, words, not just stuff about plants, but stuff about personal growth and financial literacy and stuff like that as well to help you promote healing and growth.
Okay. Well, I know
And I got a few Vichelleisms, a few
I did every last
like
one of them in
inspirational,
there.
motivational.
Yeah, I mean, I love
Well,
crossword
good for you,
puzzles.
sis. But I would like for you to color. That's the whole point, to get the
relaxation.
yeah. That's the whole purpose.
Yeah, when I have time to sit. I mean, some of these pictures in here, it's like,
And the
it's
more
gonna take a
detailed, but that's the
lot to
point. The
color.
more detailed is the better for you.
Yeah, give you more
Yeah.
time to meditate. Meditation. I mean,
But
I
it's
just
pretty
love the
cool.
book, though. I
Thank
love
you.
the book. So what can we be expecting from you next?
Well,
when
actually,
it
I have
comes
a
to your
series
writing?
of that. It's Art Me Healed. So I have a series of books coming from that. So I have a Plant Me Healed, which is that one, and I have a Color Me Healed, which has a lot of different images, including like fashions. And then Doodle Me Healed is more for like people with ADHD or like behavior, like bipolar, even for the children with that on the spectrum, like autism, where it's mostly like you get to doodle your own stuff, but it has like backgrounds, and you do your own images on top of it instead of my images that you color.
Oh,
So that's next level.
okay.
All right, welcome back. I now have the one and only Lisa E in the house. My girl, what's up?
You know, I gotta
I do my growl for everybody. They always ask me. And it was a joke. That started as a joke, growling, because I was talking about, oh my God, why can't I think of her name? Oh my God, that passed away. They were
You get ready to say Catwoman.
right. Why can't I think of her name that passed away? Somebody Google it, because I can't Google it while I'm right here. That passed away. They used to growl all the time.
Oh,
Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt. Thank you. Post-brain COVID freeze. Post-COVID brain freeze. Sorry. Yeah, so I was joking because Eartha Kitt was coming in town for the Wizard of Oz. She was playing the Wicked Witch, and so I started growling, and everybody's like, ooh, growl again. Now everywhere I go, I have to growl when I host shows. Everybody's like, don't do it. Forget the growl. Thank you, Eartha Kitt. Yes.
I know, right? Eartha Kitt is a beautiful woman.
Oh my God, I loved her. She was awesome.
So what's up? Because you here tonight at Touch Green, and I know you with your artist.
Yeah, and I'm one of the hosts. I'm hosting part of the show tonight for Touch of Green, and big ups to the crew doing it. And next week they're doing it as well. So my artist Sean White is performing, and Sean's been doing a lot of shows. He just did Black Women's Expo in Atlanta. He opened up for Kiki Wyatt. He just opened up for El DeBarge. He's got his album Kisses coming out in a few weeks. So we've got so much stuff. He's doing some big shows for Juneteenth with some major artists. We're just signing some of the final confirmation, so we can't say which artists, but June 18th and 19th at Tinley Park Convention Center is going to be huge. So yeah, big 2-day Juneteenth, and Sean's performing both days. So yeah.
So you staying busy. I know you hosting and
Right.
managing and
Broadcasting still first.
Okay.
Broadcasting, so I fell into working with Sean. That was never again. Don't, everybody else, I love you all. I don't want to manage anybody. That's like a full-time extra job. But broadcasting still first. I still produce for Jean Sparrow for her show on V103 on Saturdays from 6 a.m. until noon. I work directly with Jean. I also produce Jean's podcast, Fearless Authenticity, and I book all her celebrity guests and special guests. My podcast, Lisa E. Spotlight, will be coming out hopefully in the next few weeks. And then I'm going to also be teaching some radio classes on some fun Zoom classes. There's a lot of people that have podcasts, shows like this, all different types of shows, and some people don't know how to produce. They have to produce for themselves, on how to book guests and proper ways to talk to people, and sponsoring, getting monetization. So I'm going to be teaching some cool Zoom classes for that.
I might need to take you.
So, well, because, and the thing is, when people, like right now, you just introduce me, but there's people that come on, they're like, so we got a guest, everybody tell us, who are you, what do you do? You don't turn on Jimmy Kimmel and they just put, you got to do some type of research, and they usually send bios.
Yeah.
So I'm going to teach people the proper way to do that so they can,
Okay,
you know.
so hold on, Miss Lisa, because I interview people like that, just like I'm having a conversation. Like, what's up? How you doing? What's your name?
But in your case too, it's a little different because you're live somewhere. So
Okay.
it's different. When you have your own, when you have a show and you have somebody coming on your show as a guest, you need to do the research. You don't want to just have somebody sit in your virtual
don't know
or live.
anything.
Now, when you're at a function and you're like, who do we have? And somebody doesn't tell you, you can tell a little bit because it's different. This is something live that you're doing live. So that's different. And you have different type of energy too.
The class, baby.
But when you're sitting, when you have a show and somebody's coming in your platform, especially when you have the bio, you have, I'm one of those people, when I book anything for Sean or any other artist that I work with, you know, for promo tours or whatever, I give a bio, I give possible questions.
Yes,
so
you
this
do.
way it makes it easy. Oh, that's right, because you're one of my media, you come to everything. So I try and send you stuff like, these are things you can ask.
Next level. Anyway, again, the royal comeback. So I wanted to bring up something, and I know you weren't expecting me to bring this up. She said, "Uh-oh." She said, "Uh-oh."
You have to say uh-oh.
No, you know, I don't put people on the
No,
spot.
I know that, but you my girl,
But
so it's okay.
I mean, we talking about the royal comeback
Yes.
and the second chance and stuff like that. And you mentioned earlier how, you know, you had your kids, that was your world, and then once the kids got older, now you know, you doing you. So you not only started back tough with writing and your art, but you also went back to school.
Girl,
I'm just like,
I forgot about
what
that
in
part.
the world?
That was a whole.
Like, she just, I mean, like I'm looking up and she graduating from.
Oh yeah, I was in school, and you was with me on that journey too. You still doing homework? You do homework every day, homework. Because that was, I wanted to cuss, but yeah, that was a lot. And first of all, it was the major that I decided to do because I was trying to do this digital project that nobody's done yet, so I don't want to talk too much. I don't do premature announcements. But I had to find somebody that was a web developer. And nobody understood what I wanted. This one guy that did, he was like, I can do it for you for $10,500. And I was like, $10,500? Okay, I'm out the loop. He can't possibly mean $10,500. So I said, $10,500? He said, yeah, I'm giving you a break. I said, okay, I'll get back with you, Mr. McGillicuddy. Thank you for your time. And I hung up and I called the school and was like, look, how much for this degree? Because I need to make this thing. Can't nobody make it for me. And so that's how I ended up doing that. But I majored in web development and they switched me to web administration, which really didn't help what I wanted. But I ended up getting a degree in IT. I walked last year. It took me almost 7 years to get this.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that was my second chance at that.
I wanted to applaud
I forgot about that, sis. But yeah, I did graduate last year. I got a bachelor's in IT.
Yeah, that's why I said it's power on this stage.
Now, come on, man.
I mean, y'all had me somewhat like battering, looking for words at the beginning because I'm like, it's so much power on this stage. And when I
wanted
tell
to be an inspiration because a lot of people have wanted to go back to school and just feel like I said, life kept life, and now you got kids, now you got grandkids. It's like, well, you know what? That ship has sailed. I'm like, no, it has not. If that's something that you still want to do, go ahead and do it. Right. It's not as hard as you think it is.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not easy.
It's not easy.
But it's what it is.
Commitment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just, I mean, that's where that strength and the two ladies that's on the stage right now, I mean, you all had that strength, and man, I'm glad to be friends.
Me too. I'm just so honored to be here.
Yes,
me too.
Glad to see you, girl. Yes.
And I mean, it's just like I said, it's a powerhouse. I mean, it's just that royal comeback, and that's what you get when you just looking at you ladies when you all came in the TV station. I'm like, okay.
Right. But
that's what I said.
That takes a lot of support too, so let me not forget that having a support system, a safety net, a spiritual net, all of that helps you to continue to press toward the mark. I got a shero, that I talk to often, and we bump heads like never before. But at the end of the day, she listens to me vent. She's the one that's been pushing me forward, because I was at one point and said I wanted to go back to the table. She said, that's not your life anymore. You're gonna focus. And I was at that point making them $10 an hour when I first came home. I'm like, that's not no money for me. And I remember talking to her, and she says, look, let me tell you something. And she began, and so she pretty much cuffed me under her wing, and it's been off to the races. Keep motivating me, and whether she do it in the front or the back end, I do know that she's still cheering for me, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's just like that. Pastors, your spirituals, you have to have that. Your bosses, if you don't have anybody out here supporting you, then you are destined to fail.
Yeah. That support system is important.
So that support system.
Yes.
This is part of my support system.
Yeah, see?
And this is part of my support system.
That's right.
I mean, it takes a lot to have it. I say it's a mind thing more than anything. It's a mind thing. Like, you have to have that mindset. Okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do it. And especially when you have people that's around that's gonna support you. I don't know how many times I had to call you and say, hey, I need help with this. I need help. Even you.
That's right.
I'm trying to help somebody else out. So it's
important.
Yeah, that is very important. But I mean, besides you working, drawing, writing, and you working, besides all that, let's talk a little bit about what you do for fun besides working. Like, are you single? Are you married now? What you trying to get married? What's happening?
Vichelle, that's all you.
Who want to answer first?
The queen.
I'll wait.
The queen can answer that.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well,
you know, you don't have to get
No.
into your. But
I'm
what
not
you do
single.
for fun though?
I do a lot of stuff. I like music. When me and Alexa get along, I allow her to play my playlist, and I'm into 90s hip hop heavily.
And
I still write.
I know
yeah.
you live in Seattle, but
I travel a lot.
you come from Chicago. So what else you
right.
like to do? I ain't heard you say it yet.
What, travel?
Step.
Oh yeah, I step, but I can't step. You know,
Nothing in
in
Seattle.
Seattle, it's nobody to step. I step in the office
Okay.
with the door and the chairs, the swivel chairs. You know, they make good turns. I step when I go to Vegas. I taught my sons, my kids how to step. So when I was in Vegas, I stepped a lot because my son steps. He stepped. I was gonna say he stepped like he from the West Side, but if you from the West Side, no offense, but y'all know y'all step different than we do. Y'all already know. But yeah, my son steps with me when I go to Vegas.
Okay.
And I love to step. But like I said, what I do for fun basically is my music. Because every hobby is a business.
Yeah.
So I can't say that anymore, you know.
Yeah. We
But,
get wrapped into
yeah.
our world.
But I
and
like to
that's what
travel a
it's all
lot, so
about.
I travel quite
Yeah,
a
you
bit.
do travel a lot. Yeah, you do. You always gone. I'm like, where you at? You on the plane? I'm getting text messages. She
Yeah, I
on
be
the
on the
plane.
plane.
Text. I was like, you can text on the plane.
You can text iPhones on the plane on Southwest.
Well, see, that was something new I just learned too. And Miss Janette, you come on, let's hear what you.
What you want to know?
Are you single or what you do for fun?
I mean, what you
Same
like to do
stuff.
for fun?
What I like to do for fun, collect sneakers. I'm a sneakerhead.
Oh, really?
I am a sneakerhead, always have been.
Okay.
Always will until they give my eulogy.
Nice.
You know, I do that for fun. It's therapy for me. Sports, no doubt. Smoke my cigar, talk a little shiggity, and crack jokes. I mean, that's just what I love to do, and I love my me time. I will see you one day and probably don't want to see you for another 6 because I like my space.
Yeah.
You know,
Comfortable with yourself,
yeah,
with your
I
own
become
company.
comfortable with just me. So, and am I single? Absolutely. Am I seeing anyone? That's a negative.
Okay.
So I am on the market, and
It's just so hard to. You don't look though, do you? You don't be like, I want to go on a dating site or.
he
anything.
that finds a good thing finds a good wife. Why do I have to go look?
There you go.
There you go. Let them find you.
I'm just saying he'll find me, and they run into a couple of buildings, and it's okay. But you have to know how to get around those buildings because
Yeah.
when you realize, and you keep saying women have walls up. If
Yeah.
a woman has a wall up, then you should know how to tear that wall down.
Yep.
You understand
agree
what I'm
with you.
saying? So it's just getting to that place where someone is compatible with me, or even meet me halfway. It's a chemistry thing with me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to grow to like you.
Yeah, and after you reach a certain age, I just feel like, you know, if it's meant, it's meant, and then I'm not gonna look. I'm kind of set in my own ways, me personally, and we all, as we get of a certain age, it's just like I'm set in my ways.
Yeah.
But I'm open. I'm open, and I do go out on dates from time to time. So it's not like, oh, she doesn't want to be bothered. I'm very open, but I don't want to waste his time, and I don't want to. I'm not going to waste my time. So, you know, that's just what it is.
All right. So see, you can you can email me if you're looking for the young lady. You can email me. You can find her on Facebook. It's up there. So
I'm all over the social media platforms because I'm a jokester. I love to crack jokes.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I love to upset people.
But yeah, so we were talking about the actual title of the show, which was the Royal Comeback, and Second Chance for the Queens. And I mean, actually, Miss Vichelle, she came up with some of the title for me, and I just loved it. I just loved it because it just spoke you two right away. So I was like, I love it. But however, I wanted to mention it's been a lot of stuff going on right here in Chicago, as well as some of the south suburbs. And I don't know if you two ladies heard about the actual mayor in Dalton.
Yeah,
She
I
gonna
heard
need a
about it.
second chance.
She gonna need a couple of them.
She gonna need a second chance, and she gonna have to figure out that comeback.
Well,
So I'm just want to let her know I'm keeping her in my prayers.
Definitely, though.
All jokes aside, though.
Yes.
I mean, it's just.
But
I
she's
hate
gonna
seeing
need to
it go
humble
back.
herself a little bit
That's
as
the
well.
key. If she-
You know, because she's really
Yeah.
at this point, from
Just
what
humble.
what I've seen, she's not.
yeah, if she just humbles herself
Mm-hmm.
and begin to work on an A, B, and C plan, you know. But if she has all her ducks
Maybe
in a
you two
row,
ladies need to email her
Right.
and say, "Can we have a talk with you?"
no, I don't do politics.
I know,
I'll stay in
I
my
know.
lane.
I'm making books.
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna write my book.
You
so.
know,
Yeah. It's a story
definitely
to tell.
write your book.
Yeah, it's a story to tell. But I really want to thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Oh, Vichelle, tell
Thank
us
you.
how we could get in contact with you again. The Art
Well,
by
the book is
Vichelle.
on Amazon.
Okay.
So you can get that. Actually, it's on several other platforms like not Borders. What's the other one? The other book platform.
Barnes
and Nobles.
Nobles.
Google Reads, Apple Books, like all the digital platforms. So if you don't get it on Amazon, you can get it on those.
Audio book. Audio.
No, it's not audio because it's an activity
Okay.
book. But the next one will be.
Okay.
So on all social media, Art Vichelle. So it's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm not on Twitter, X yet. Well, I'm actually not active on there. I do have a page. So you can find me on those. And then my Art Vichelle website, give me about another 2 weeks for that.
Oh, okay.
ArtByVichelle.com.
Yeah, because I mean, you can always go and check her out. You can also buy some of that art, that nice.
And I want to shout out my group, the artist panel.
Oh yeah,
Those are my
mentioned
people.
them.
Yeah, we got a podcast coming out. Tap in.
All right.
TAP, the artist panel that consists of myself, Jeanette, phenomenal international artist. Roger Curtis, which is Coach Curtis, the comic king. He owns Royal House Comics. And then we have Bang Art. He does music as well. He's a phenomenal artist. So everybody's like a really dope artist, but we come together. So as a collective, we're a powerhouse as well.
Okay.
And we also have Mary Lee, Brother Bobby in Nigeria in our group. So look for that podcast, Tap.
All
The
right,
artist panel
Tap.
coming soon.
I like that name.
Yeah, tap
that
in.
name is like ringing a
I'll be
bell.
Talking some talk.
You two ladies are having
know,
like
thank
too
you
much
so
fun
much,
on the
sis.
show. But I just want to tell you all again, I appreciate it. And, next month is, I say, Chicago summer jumping off. So I will be doing a lot of different shows outside of the TV station.
Okay.
So you all have to make sure you follow me on Facebook, Full Circle TV Show, and I'm your host, Queen.
Okay, Queen.
Okay, Queen.
I hope you ladies had a wonderful time.
We did. Thank you so
Hanging out.
much.
Thank
I'm
you
proud
for
of you
having
too.
Yes.
Really, thank
yes.
you.
Yeah.
30 plus years and
A long
wow.
time, a long,
Yes.
long time. But again, check out Miss Vichelle, and you can always go on Facebook.
Go tell her. You can tell her.
No, you said
What?
they could go on Facebook, and all jokes aside, if you want to contact these ladies, you can always find them on Facebook. For real. They connected to Full Circle TV Show. And once again, I'm your host, Queen. I want you all to have a beautiful evening, night, morning, whatever time it is you see this. And you know my motto, same time, somewhere, someplace, right here in Illinois. Peace and I'm out of here.
Okay, sis, that was nice. Thank you, girl.
Hey, look. Hey, tell we.